Group dynamics. What are group dynamics and why are they interesting? Group dynamics, the term dynamic comes from the Greek word that translates to force. Group dynamics refers to the forces at play within a group. Group dynamics is, in general, the study of attitude and patterns of behavior in a single group, how they interact, how they work together, and how they function as a single organism. Human dynamics or human dynamism, a body of knowledge that outlines and recognizes people's innate and underlying differences. Understanding how you communicate, process information, and reflect back knowledge you have gained can determine how well you might or might not connect with each other. With others, it isn't just how we communicate, it's understanding how we are communicating to, receive, and process the information we are conveying to them. Personality dynamism, what goes beyond focus on static traits, personality differences, and how it take into account both individual differences in the typical level of behaviors and experiences. This includes mental principle, emotional principle, physical principle. Mental principle is related to the mind, to thinking, value structure, focus, objectivity, and perspective. Emotional principle is more subjective and it is concerned with relationships, how we communicate, organize feelings, and putting things together in new ways. Physical principle, it is more pragmatic. It is making, doing, and operationalizing part of ourselves. Inclusion refers to a sense of community within one's environment and culture. It is measured, or it can be measured by the extent to where you feel valued, respected, and encouraged to fully participate in an organization. Identity. Because being in a group affects our self-concept and self-esteem. That's why a person has a tendency to make decisions that are more likely to be extreme when made in groups rather than when done individually or independently. Group cohesion is the extent to which group members are drawn to the group and its objectives. It is the feeling of belonging to the group that is shared by all members, much like inclusion. However, group cohesion emerges as members begin to have a feeling of shared goal or purpose. Group development, the process by which members of newly established work teams get to know one another and develop the coordination and teamwork skills necessary to function well as a unit. This entails being able to fluidly or flexibly adjust to change, being flexible. This also means being able to seamlessly adapt to increasingly diverse and ever-changing employee needs. Why are they interesting, or why is it important to study group dynamics? Well, in group dynamics, you get to analyze and we get to understand why group interactions is affected by behavioral patterns and the general psychological implications of being in a group. Inclusion and understanding how group dynamics work is often the key to an effective team. Just like the Tuckman model, a group with a good group dynamic begins with a good relationship towards your members. That is why you need to know that the goal of the collective takes precedence over the goal of an individual.